Hello to my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I'm up here on the International Passenger Terminal, and as you can see there's a beautiful view of the harbour bridge from up here, and those flags are just listless, just hanging up there. It's a very quiet day. There's it's light cover of cloud but very little wind, so it looks as if this cloud may stay with us for a while. I'll just go over here and just show you also a view of the casino over there. Beautiful building. I like its cone shape and the colour which blends in with the clouds. And as we've seen before, the jacaranda trees are in full blossom. And let's just go on a walk and talk and chat about a topic which is near and dear to my heart. I remember many years ago there was a song by the Spice Girls which had lyrics: "Tell me what you want, what you really want." And now that a number of years have passed and the Spice Girls are a distant memory for many people, those lyrics are just so powerful and so important, especially in a world where we've got lots of choice and lots of confusion, because you look around and you speak with people and they'll all tell you what they don't want. They'll all tell you what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with their lives, and all of those sorts of things. But when we sit and try and decipher what we're talking about, what we say, we really don't know what we want, what we really want. And that's where the big challenge is for all of us. I remember going to a seminar years ago when I was working at Telstra, and it was a seminar run by a Canadian presenter called Lou Tice. And he made a very important point which stuck with me back then and is with me today. And he said that your brain can't really tell the difference between the do and the don't. So if you're constantly feeding into your brain, I don't want this, I don't want that, don't do this, don't do that, or even worse still, if you've got a micromanager or a partner, a ball buster of a partner, a joy killer who's telling you all the time, don't do this, don't do that, what you're basically doing is you're getting sucked into focusing on and getting your brain to focus on the things that you don't want to do or you shouldn't be doing. But because you're focused on it, guess what? Your brain can't tell the difference between do and don't, and it just does it. And it just manifests itself time and time again in your life, and you end up living a life with just mess all over the place and not understanding where all that mess came from. But the reality is that mess has come from the fact that you don't really know what you really want, and all you're doing is focusing on what you don't want, but your brain can't tell the difference. So what does it do? It does the best it can. It does the best it can with limited information, and it just focuses on what you want to focus on, what you've loaded into your reticular activating system, and it delivers you time in and time out all the things that you don't want, because that's what you've programmed into your brain. That's what you've told it to focus on. And we as people are teleological in nature. So once you focus on something, your brain and your reticular activating system and your subconscious will simply just go away and make it happen without you knowing how it happened. But it's all done on automatic pilot. Just like when you get in the car and you turn the ignition on and you start driving, you know where you're going, or at least your body goes through the motions and gets you there. But as we said, there are two types of information, or there are two types of commands you can give your brain. You can give them what you really, really want or what you really don't want, but either of those will be obeyed without question by your brain and your subconscious. So here is the challenge, here is the lesson. What we need to do is to focus on the things that we want in life, not the things that we don't want. Because by focusing on the stuff we don't want, or worse still, by other people continuing to get us to focus on the things that are disruptive, the things that are disempowering, the things that are miserable, we'll end up going down that path and caught on that slippery slope. So what we should be doing, what we should be considering doing, is being a little bit more resourceful with our thought patterns, with our social circles, with the people that we hang out with, so that we're not caught up in a vortex of negativity. We're not caught up with people who are just telling us time in, time out what the challenges are in our lives, what the issues are, why we can't do it, why it'll never work out. And you know what I'm talking about. It's the same old story, just manifesting and just focusing on the negativities. And if your friends are focusing on the negative aspects of life, if your friends are constantly focusing on problems, challenges and issues without being solutions focused, without being bright and living with positive expectancy, then you're going to start thinking like them, and you're going to start welcoming into your life the same sort of outcomes, the same sort of results that they've been burdened with. We've said time and time again, we need to be careful, because other people's problems end up becoming our problem, our burden. And you don't want to be carrying around more problems than what you're capable of dealing with. Fair enough. If you've got your life sorted out, by all means help contribute to the people around you. But if your life's messed up, the last thing you want to do is to be messing it up even more by just listening to people who have a negative outlook on life and who are going to just get us or get you to focus on all the crap and all the negativity that they're focusing on. So, always play in your mind the song from the Spice Girls. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell your brain what you want, what you really, really want, and it will deliver time in and time out. But as long as what you want is something which empowers you, brings you joy, creates happiness, and is something that can be shared with friends, family and community, then they're the things that we need to be focusing all our effort on. So take care, be cautious, be careful, be smart, I guess is more important. Be resourceful in your thought patterns, and turn your attention to the possibilities in your life, because it's only through programming your brain, your conscious brain will then automatically lead your subconscious to where you want to focus. We are what we focus on. Don't be caught short. Don't be sucked into focusing on the negativities. And the media are champions at focusing on the negative. There are negative spin merchants out there who just want us to focus on and create fear, uncertainty and doubt in our lives, which leads to misery. There's nothing to gain. There's nothing to gain out of looking at the world with a negative lens. It'll just poison you. The toxins will infest you, will make you a different version of who you want to be, and most certainly will not get you to where you want to get, but will only get you to what you're focusing on. So the key is to maintain a focus and to have thoughts which are empowering, which are actionable, and which will lead you step by step to where you want to go. I think that's enough from me for today on Jim's 5am Club. Let's take an opportunity to have a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay consistent, and most importantly, stay positive, and make sure that you surround yourself with people who live with positive expectancy, because remembering that if you're focusing on negative things, if you're constantly overwhelmed and focusing on problems, on issues, on challenges, without turning your mind to solutions and opportunities, then you're going to end up living that image. You're going to live that horror movie. So you have a choice of living the horror movie, or you have a choice of living the epic blockbuster, which will have its dramas, but will also have a magnificent ending. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and I look forward to chatting to you again from Jim's 5am Club, from another location here in Sydney, highlighting the beauty of this magical city, and also hopefully bringing you an empowering message, an anecdote, a song possibly, or a book summary, or an experience. Either way, we're going to go on a bit of a walk and talk, a chat, and enjoy the few moments that we have to share together. Yassas, bye for now, and until we chat again, stay well. Bye.